Allah, c'est le même mot. Allah, ça vient de elle, comme beaucoup de mots arabes viennent de l'hébreu. Allah. Chez Israël, chez Ismaël. Vu que Dieu, de façon pareille, a donné son nom à Ismaël, comme il a donné à Israël. Le nom de Dieu, c'est elle. Et il y a un seul peuple au monde qui a dans son nom le nom de Dieu. Elle, c'est Israël. Il y en a un deuxième, comme Israël, c'est qui? Ismaël. Vu qu'il sert Dieu. Le Rabbi Vital, un des plus grands kabbalistes de tous les temps, écrit il y a 500 ans, de plus il est fils d'Abraham, donc il est béni. Et Abraham a imploré Dieu, bénis Louis Fanecha Ishmaël, que bénis Dieu. Et Dieu l'exauce, il est béni, il est circoncis, donc il a une alliance, Brit, c'est une alliance avec Dieu. Il sert même Dieu que nous, donc il a du mérite. Un homme. Nous sommes tous des âmes du premier homme. Alors que tous les autres êtres humains sont appelés des Bnei Adam, des fils de l'homme. Nous sommes une seule entité. Attends, il y a un peuple qui est aussi appelé Adam. C'est Ismaël. Il est appelé Père et Adam. Homme, c'est un homme. C'est la seule religion au monde qui sert le même Dieu que nous. La seule. Le Dieu d'Abraham. Tu en connais une autre? Tu me fais une grimace comme ça. Ils servent avec leur fils aussi. Il y a le Père, le Fils, Saint-Esprit, la Marie, la Vierge. Ils ont toute une collection là-bas. Eux, rien. Que lui. Abraham a prié Dieu, bénis Ismaël. Et Dieu a béni Ismaël, il est béni. Ce peuple qui fait la Brit Mila, ce peuple qui a droit à être en terre d'Israël à la place de nous, à l'endroit du temple. Aucun autre peuple n'a pu y être, longtemps en tout cas. Donc au niveau des mérites, il est beaucoup.
In the original scriptures, the Old Testament, according to Christian authorities, was preserved in the Hebrew language, and the New Testament in Greek scriptures, Greek language. In the Old Testament, in the Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 16, in the Hebrew language, it reads, I'm sure Brother Swaggart would appreciate it because I thought I heard him say that he knows Hebrew and he knows Greek. In the Hebrew language, it says, Hikko mamitakim vi kullo Muhammadim zahdudi vi zahra'i bainat Jerusalem. Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 16. The word Muhammadim is Muhammad, im, I am im. Im is a plural of respect in Hebrew. You can't associate with the word Muhammad. You read it 1,000 times, altogether lovely, altogether lovely. Or let's say in another language, the praised one, the praised one. Muhammad means the praised one. But he said the praised one, the praised one. You can't think that he's talking about Muhammad, though Muhammad means the praised one. You have no right to translate names of people.
I was at university, I was studying international business, and I was also, in my spare time, I was a DJ, and I was very kind of interested in what was going on in the world in terms of, I didn't quite believe we were being told the truth by the media, so I was quite interested in, not conspiracy theories, but just alternative views as what was going on. Particularly after September the 11th, I was very fascinated in what actually happened and the government's and the media's response to that. So I suppose that kind of started me asking questions about you know, the truth, what's going on and what is the truth. Well, I'd met a Muslim and they'd passed me on some leaflets about Islam. Reading them, it really left me with kind of no choice really. It was, you know, I couldn't deny it that I believed it. And so one Saturday night, I basically had a conversation about death, and I always kind of had this feeling for some reason that I was going to die quite young. So I thought, well, I better become Muslim before I die. So I just took Shahada, and at that point I still didn't really know much about Islam, except that there was 5 pillars, and that I knew that I believed in one God, and that Mohamed was the messenger of God. So I believed that, so I took Shahada. Well, it was probably quite a few months afterwards I lost touch with the Muslim that I had initially met. So at that point I didn't actually know any Muslims, and it was just kind of me on my own doing what I thought was Islam, and then I was just lucky to meet some Muslims just randomly at the job I was working at. They came to the shop, and I just started to hang out with them, and they became good friends for the next few years. They were also new Muslims as well. So I was amazed because I didn't know that there was any other people who embraced Islam. So it was just a real blessing, and so obviously spending time with them, I learned a lot more about Islam. I remember one day with my mum saying to me, "Oh, you know, would you like a ham sandwich?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm not really eating ham at the moment." And she was like, "Oh, why is that?" And I was like, "Oh, since I became Muslim." And he was like, "What was that?" And since I became Muslim. And she was like, "You're not a Muslim." And I just said, "Well, I believe in one God, and I believe Muhammad's the messenger of God, so I have to, therefore I am a Muslim." So she was just like a bit confused, like, "Oh." But I had it very easy compared to a lot of people whose family and friends, you know, disown them. I had it very easy. My parents were very liberal and laid back, and they've always been like that. Always kind of let me find my own way. So yeah, very lucky. Some Muslims might think that becoming Muslim is like the end goal, but really becoming Muslim is just the start. And when you pursue the path, everything changes in your life. And I think also it puts people off Islam because they realise that things are going to change. But really, you have nothing to be scared about, because Islam means submission to God. So, you know, how could, you know, Allah could bring you into Islam and then make it difficult for you? You know, it doesn't really make sense. So anyone who encounters Islam, they have to be true to themselves, and they will kind of feel inside, they'll acknowledge that they need to return to their Lord and submit to Him. And so it's anyone really who's thinking about Islam, then I would say follow your heart, be sincere, and as long as you do that, then you have nothing to worry about. It will guide you to Islam.